Really is so great to see everyone on tonight. I honestly, in all honesty, like this is a late night, I find, like on the East Coast. Anyway, I know it's only 8:30, but you're tired by the end of it. And but when I get on and I see you guys, I get really excited, and I always seem to wake up. So thanks for being here, and welcome. I think like it's our first call in a little while because we, as we should, stayed really focused on family over the holidays, and but it's really the first call of this year, and it's exciting to see some new coaches' faces on and getting excited for the year, and to also see some familiar ones. So thanks for showing up tonight. Again, I know everyone's got a lot going on, so I appreciate you being here. And I just want to do a quick shout out to 2015 because we had a banging year. Like it was a good year. I just got a call from corporate. Our team finished in at 152 as a team out of 400,000 coaches. So it's pretty exciting. And I think you were all a part of that, every one of us. And a lot of successes, a lot of people grew their businesses. But I think the thing that I am most proud of are how many lives we touched. And I wish I could run a report. I'm not able to actually run a report to see how many people's lives we touched, even through challenge packs. But I am quite positive it's in the thousands. And that's something that we should all feel really proud of, because even if it's our own lives and like that's just the customers. Like you think about the people that you touch, like your parents, your grandparents, your children, the people around you that you touch that maybe haven't quite taken that leap yet. And it's pretty huge. So I think we should all feel pretty excited about that. Tonight, I just wanted to, I really want these team calls. I probably will end up being the one to talk the most tonight, and I apologize. I want these team calls to be interactive, but to really stay focused on either motivation or training. And tonight, I'm going to try to kick us off with a little bit of motivation. And since it's the beginning of the year, I thought what better than talking quickly about our mission and then leading into sort of the 7 things that I think I held on to pretty tightly the last couple of years, and that I think we should all try to stay really focused on as coaches in this year, in order to make sure that even though there's so much else going on in our lives, in order to make sure that we have a year that honors our own priorities and brings success for us. But since it's the beginning of the year, we all have a mission. Beachbody talks about their mission, which is to end the trend of obesity. And I think each one of us individually have our own missions that brought us here, and I'd love to hear those from you guys for sure. We should probably create a document or maybe do a video about that. That would be really powerful. But we all have our own individual mission, I think, that brought us here. But as a team, Successfit as a team, I really want the mission of our team to be a community of people where it's a positive, always a positive, supportive environment for people to come, no matter what their goals, but to come and feel supported in healthy living. Because I think there's often not a lot of support about that, or there can be jealousies, or it can be hard to change. And I just want people to feel like they can come and be a part of this tribe and a part of this group, no matter where their starting point is and what they want to do, but just know it's a good, safe place where you're going to get to be around salt of the earth people that are going to cheer you on, whatever goal that is for you. So I hope that you feel like that you're a part of that as we go through this year, especially if you're new, and pay that forward into your teams as you grow your own teams, because that is what you will do. So as I said, tonight I want to just share these 7 things. I'm going to dive right into them. And then I'm going to leave some quick announcements at the end. And I am going to try to keep to our timeline of half an hour, which if you've been on calls before, it doesn't always happen, but I'll try. So, tonight, the first thing I want to share with you that I think is really important for everyone, no matter what. And again, I'm going to go through these, and I think that some of you have probably heard a lot of these before, or maybe thought about them, but I'm hoping to put a different spin on them for you tonight, or just remind you of them. But I think one of the most important thing I think we need to be aware of is to know why we are here. You'll hear a lot throughout the year when you listen to National Wake Up Calls, and when you follow other coaches, about this whole concept of your why, and having a why that really moves you, that drives you, that you stay focused on. And I do see I think that is a really important thing. But it took me a long time to find my why, to get clear on that. So what I think is really important is making sure that you remember why you're here. What brought you here? Why did you decide to become a coach? Why did you decide to live a healthy life? You know, for me, when I finally found something that literally felt like shackles coming off of me, when I found something that helped me, encouraged me in a healthy way to be healthy, I knew I had to share that with other people. I knew that, and that was what kind of drove me. So remember, take some time this week at the beginning of the year to write down why you are here now, what brought you here today. And also, if you know where you're going, I think that's really important, what drives you in your future. But never forget what made you fall in love in the first place with coaching and what brought you here in the initial. Because I think as we go through these ups and downs of this business, and they're inevitable, we are, at the end of the day, really trying to help other people. And so you have to be able to go back and remind yourself what you fell in love with, why you're here. So that's number one. Number two is be clear on what you can commit to. I think that we all have, one of the amazing parts about being a coach is that we all wear a lot of hats, like parent, career, both of those things, spouse, partner, mother, all these things that we have going on in our lives. So I think it's important to take a look at this opportunity ahead of you this year and be clear on what you can give and be okay with what that is for you. Because we can start to get into a habit of like, what is everyone else doing? And I'm not keeping up. But I think that you want to take a look at your life, at your day. And when I started, I had kids home full time. I knew I had nap time, and I knew I had Grey's Anatomy time and The Bachelor. Like, I knew I had some time in there to play with, and I gave up a little sleep in the morning. But you need to look at your, that what you want this to be for you, and then be realistic about what you are willing to sacrifice and what time you can commit, so that when you're trying to accomplish things in a day, that you still feel really good about what you're accomplishing, because you have taken a look at your day and you know what you're willing to commit to, and you're not taking too much of your family time, that you're only sacrificing the time that you can sacrifice, if that makes sense. So be really clear on what you can commit to, and then be systematic about that. Remember that no matter what, even if we are trying to create this wonderful life by design and help a lot of people, at the end of the day, this is still a business. And if you want success in business, you still need to be systematic about the little time that you're carving out every single day. Number 3 is to always remember that this opportunity as coaches is simple, but not easy. And it's the same for our challengers as they come in. Weight loss and fitness and like change is actually quite simple. If people come into our challenge groups, if they push play every day, if they follow the eating guide, if they drink their Shakeology and they show up in the challenge group, it is that simple. They will get results, but it is not an easy thing. If it were easy, everybody would do it. We all know, we've all been faced with, I don't want to, get my workout in, or, life happens, someone gets sick, you get sick, all these things happen in life. So I want you to always remember that this is simple and not easy, but that if it's been done before, you can do it too. And that's where I think that piece comes in of what are you able to commit to? Because when you follow the systems that are laid out for us, like when I say when we follow the systems that are laid out for us, it works. Just like a challenge group, just like the challenge pack. And when people follow those, it works. And we just need to be responsible to be the CEO of whether it's our own body and getting our own health, or whether it is our business, and making sure that we have these no matter what's that we do, because they're vital to our business, and we make sure that they happen every single day. And those, as you've heard, we've got these 3 vital behaviors, and there really are 3 basic things that you need to do every single day. And you've probably heard them as be a product of the product, and read personal development, and invite. But tonight I wanted to just maybe take a little different spin on them that I think is a neat way to look at it. And instead of just thinking of it as being a product of the product, I think that you need to look at it, or what helps me is when I look at it like it starts with you. What we're trying to do here is inspire and be the light for other people, because it's hard sometimes, like, to make these changes and these healthy living things in our life, and people lose hope. So what we're trying to really do is inspire and be that light. But in order to be that light, we have to feel inspired. So no matter what, above all else, what you need to do each day is start with you. You need to make sure that you are taking care of your own healthy needs, body, mind, and soul. So that's what I think of when I think product of the product. Yeah, it's, it's pushing play on your program. It's fueling is healthy. Sometimes that's wine and sometimes that's chocolate, and whatever balance that is for you, but fueling you and filling up your cup so that you have a cup to pour and things to pour to other people and be that light for other people. The second, in that personal development, I like to look at it like mastering your mindset. Because we have to stay positive for others all the time, it's so important to be growing and to be fueling our mind with positive things constantly. And that's where this reading 10 minutes of personal development come into play. And then the final part, that whole concept of invite, or I also like to look at it like connect. I think that can be intimidating for many of us. And I just want to encourage you in that part of the vital behavior each day is to lead with your heart. Someone said to me, or I don't know if I heard it on a national wake-up call, but it was this whole concept of share your heart. And I think it's such a critical part of what we do, because if you quiet all the other noise, because it gets, I don't know about you, but especially when I first started as a coach, and someone's asking me about the programs, I'm trying to find my words and find out how to explain to them and express to them. But if you just quiet it all and you just take the time to listen to what someone's going through and what they've gone through, and then just share from your heart what worked for you, I think that's where the magic happens. And that's where this whole concept of helping people really happens, is in that moment. Just fall in love with listening to other people and then sharing what's been exciting for you and how it's worked for you. That's all we can do. Okay, so number 4 on my list of 7 tonight is to vow to do what scares you. And I think that this has been critical, and it's something I have to remind myself. I still get nervous when I have to post about an upcoming challenge group. And it's like, I get nervous to push that send button, or when you're sending a message to someone to invite them to coach, I still get nervous about that. And there are lots of other things, like these calls make me nervous. So I think it's really important whenever you do something, whenever you push yourself outside of your comfort zone, that's growth. And I think a big thing that I learned and I heard early on in this is, it's not an easy slope to success. It's not even just a stairway or a mountain. It is like ups and downs and twirls and falls and pitfalls and puddles. It's everything. And I think that the faster we learn to just pick ourselves up really quickly after we fail, then the faster you get to success. And that's what this is really about. So if you find something that is making you uncomfortable, chances are you should do it. So vow every week to do something that scares you. Okay. The number 5 thing I wanted to share with you is to let go of perfect. And I have a lot I probably could say about this, but try not to get caught up in how, whether it's about running the perfect challenge group or putting out a perfect post. I think what's so amazing about what we do as coaches is being real and relatable. And that is spelling and grammar mistakes, and that is fuzzy pictures sometimes, and that is makeup running down your face. That is not, it's I think you have to honor yourself, of course, and the things that you value, but remember that you just need to get out there and show you. And when you do that, you will start to attract the people who relate to you. And that's what you want in this business. Those are the people that you're going to be able to help the most. When you attract the people who are like you, those are the people you're going to connect with and be able to help. So try not to worry, because I can get really caught up, or I used to get really caught up in the news feed, looking at other coaches. What are they doing? And I think in some ways it's nice to get ideas, but then I would almost get to be this deer in a headlight moment where it's like, I'm not doing that. Maybe I should do it. And then you lose your own voice. And that's what people connect to, is you and your voice. So if you find that you're being distracted from sharing your message and just being yourself, put on those blinders and remember that perfect and being someone else, that they won't serve you in this. You're just trying to reach the people that you can reach with your heart to theirs. And also, I think there's a lot of beauty in being relatable. And especially, I think one of the most amazing parts about life right now is people really celebrate unique. They celebrate different and imperfect. So I think we need to embrace that and just be who we are, and just put yourself out there and be actionable, if that makes sense. Okay, number 6 is actually one more thing I want to say about that. I wrote notes. Sorry, I was going to do a PowerPoint, but I was like, that just seemed dry for some reason tonight. So I just thought I would just take my notes and try to speak to you guys from my heart. But just remember that this is about people helping people. It's about community, and it's not about anyone being the best at something and trying to pull other people up to be the best, except for you trying to be your best self and helping others be their best selves. So it's just, it's average Joe to average Joe. Like, that's the way I like to look at it. And that is how we reach people. It's like just me to you, just your neighbor, your friend, the person you went to school with. So don't forget that this is about community. Okay, number 6, this is something I heard early on as a coach, and I always try to remind myself of it. And I recently heard it again, and I thought, I can't believe I haven't been sharing this more, but it's to be here next year. This is not something that happens overnight. And I think one of the amazing things about this coaching opportunity is that, and what we do as coaches, is that it's not a sales thing. It's a very real person to person, like, help. I'm going to help you. You're going to, like, we're just going to help people. And what happens there is that it takes time. You can't just go out and, sell a bunch of things and grow this huge business. This takes time. This is real people helping real people. So when you vow to be here next year, to be here on the team calls and show up for your team and in your challenge groups, when you vow to be here and recognize that it's going to take a year or 2 years to grow this into something where maybe it feels valuable to you, I think that is critical. Because when I heard that and I thought, okay, I'm just going to make sure I'm here next year, that's where you lose people. If you just are here this time next year with us talking about 2017, you're going to see how much you've grown in that year. You're going to see success. And that was a really big point that I took away, is to just be here, because it takes time. Okay, and then the last thing I want to share with you, I think this is what I like to call, I'm sure you've heard me talk about it before, this is my secret sauce. This is what I think of as my secret sauce in life, because I think that although we all have really unique and special skills, there is one thing that everybody has the ability to do that is challenging. But when early on in my coaching, this video was going around, and it was Will Smith in an interview. And you could probably YouTube it, and you should, because it's pretty powerful. Or maybe I'll post it in Successfit. But he's talking about his journey to success. And he says, I wasn't the best looking guy. I wasn't, the strongest guy. I wasn't the smartest guy, but I will work hard and I will be consistent. And you can bet that if you and I are both getting on a treadmill, that I will be on that treadmill, and I will be on that when you get off that treadmill. And I think that is something that I have tried to hold really close to my heart in this, because the value here is showing up for people and in relationships, right? It's being there long-term. And that's what relationships are about, whether it's your spouse or your friends or your family. It's building trust and showing up for people when they need you. And when you are consistent for the people who are watching you, and you may not know them yet, they might not be. There are faces on this call that's so exciting for me, because I didn't know you a year ago, but I feel I'm connected to you now. And that's a really powerful thing. But when you show up every day and you put yourself out there and you're honest and you just live and die by that consistency, that is where success happens in this. And I can promise you that that's, like, I know that I'm just an average person. I didn't have any particularly amazing skill in any way. But I will show up every single day. And that is what has brought this team to success, I think, is that other people in this same team have that same desire to help and show up every single day, no matter what. So those are my 7 things that I wanted to just make sure I got across to the team as we head into this year. And I hope that you found some nuggets in there. As I said, next week, and we'll sort of go every other week. Next week, I really will try to share something that is a more tangible training. But I hope that I just want you guys to know how grateful I am that we're all in this together. I really feel like that this has changed my life and certainly helped me a lot in terms of my own health and mental, like living healthy. And I see it in other people. When you get messages from your challengers saying that like their happiness has changed because they have found something that works for them, you know it is totally worth it. So thank you for being here. I do have a few announcements, but does anybody have any questions or any comments or anything anyone wants to jump in and say tonight? Open forum. I'm actually staying on track time-wise. No one? Just me. Is someone going to do this? Love this. Yay, Jody.
Can you even hear me if I don't have my...
Yeah, Larissa, I can hear you.
I just want to say congrats to being you and to being amazing. And congrats on hitting elite, because that's not easy to do.
Thank you.
And thank you for inspiring everybody here on this call and everyone on your team.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm embarrassed. I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you. I hope that you all know that if I can do it, you can do it.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is. Does anyone else have anything they want to share or jump in on or ask questions? I mean, we're all here.
Hi, it's Karen from Calgary.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, I'm Trish Close's cousin, and I'm one of her challengers.
Yay.
This is my first meeting, and I just wanted to say thank you, Bria. You're very passionate, and I'm already inspired. So I'm not really coaching yet because I've got a full life, but I'm willing to learn, and I'm just on my own journey right now, and then we'll go from there.
That's awesome, Karen. Welcome. It's nice to put a face to a name. I see names a lot, right? And little tiny Facebook pictures.
Now I know how to put on my video on my iPad.
Yay! Baby steps, right? It's so great, the little things we learn, I think. Awesome. Anyone else? I don't want to jump into announcements if I'm cutting anyone off here, but
can I say something?
Yeah.
I love when you said vow to do what scares you. Because I definitely need to do a little bit more of what scares me. And it's funny when someone says the thing that, you haven't really recognized. But anyway, I think that's awesome. Just for all of us to just get a little bit out of our comfort zone and dive in. Yeah. I think I ended the year feeling like I was chasing everything. And I maybe have started the year a little bit that way, but I'm just embracing the busyness and the juggling of everything, coaches, challengers, teams, it's all good stuff, and I want in all of it. So I'm just going to keep going. Yeah. Even if I don't feel entirely control of what I'm doing, but that's okay.
I love it. That's great, Jody. I always find too, when you do something that scares you afterwards, you're like, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I can do hard stuff. Why not? Right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, your heart's like pounding as you go to do it. It's such a funny thing. Thanks, Jody.
Thank you.
Okay, well, announcements, and if anyone has anything else they want to dive in, you're totally welcome to. But just a reminder about Super Saturday this weekend. No, just the booze comment. Sorry, I'm reading some comments. What did Tracy say? I did. I add booze to things.
That was me.
That was to you? That was supposed to be a private one, and I totally noticed the note being passed. Okay. Super Saturday is this weekend. If you, sorry for grabbing your private joke there. I think a lot of you guys are signed up to go. I really do encourage you to go. I've said this before, but I dragged my heels for 3 Super Saturdays before I finally went to one. And the one I went to was, I think it really made me finally feel like I was a part of something. And I hope you guys get that feeling on these calls, but it was local for me, and it just helped me feel a bit more energy and excitement around what we were doing. So I hope that you will, if you can't make this one, that you will make the next one a priority. I wanted to talk about the cafe latte Shakeology that is launching, because I was all excited about it, and I know we have a lot of Canadian coaches. But we have some American coaches. It will not be launching in Canada yet. So that is because they are still, I think, a lot of it has to do with, like, the Canadian FDA takes a little bit longer, and they have to get French on everything probably. And it will certainly, we're still waiting on the Ultimate Reset, but Cafe Latte, I have a feeling, will launch much sooner than the Ultimate Reset. It's just a matter of getting those final details. But I just didn't want anyone selling it or talking about it or sharing it and then being disappointed. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew that. But it does, for you American customers or American coaches, it will be available, I believe, on the 15th.
Should I bring it to the Diamond Retreat?
Yes, bring it so we can all try it. That's a great idea. I have opened up a Coach Basics, and I'm so excited to see some of you guys joining in. So the next Coach Basics will kick off on Monday. I meant to get solid dates for you, and I'll post them in Successfit, but there will also be a much more structured Emerald to Diamond for anyone who wants to be moving that way. And then there'll be a less structured one that's more of an accountability group. And I will, again, post those dates. And then this month, we will also do another push your rank to Emerald. So for coaches who are new and they're wanting to really get moving, we will do that. It's a 4-day more concentrated group. But I just want to make sure you guys knew those were up and coming, and I will post those dates in Successfit tomorrow. The next big thing I wanted to talk about was the Success Club trip, because it is something that has just been announced on the Surge. The Success Club trip is starting for 2017, will be in the Dominican. And there is an FAQ on this. You might want to write down the FAQ. So if you just go in your online office, and at the bottom, it says FAQ. I like to click on that, and I will search anything there first. But the FAQ number specific to this is 3928. Or you can also go to www.puntacana2017.com. But what I want to make sure you guys, so I think you should take a look and read it. And don't dismiss it. Even if you're a new coach and you're thinking like, oh, I won't earn that, or, it's not a challenging thing to earn. It is actually not too bad. If you are focused on those basic elements every single month, it can be something you definitely earn. But why I think it's important that I bring it up to you guys right now is that it's going to go live to register, and it will sell out. And this year, there are certainly people that have earned it that aren't going to get to go because they didn't register early enough. So I just wanted to encourage you to, I think it opens on January 19th at noon Eastern, so 9 a.m. Pacific, and for registration. And I would really, I'll be heading on my second one, and they're really great trips. They're always a U+1, which I love, and you can bring your kids. The company is very family focused, but I just don't want you to miss out on registering for something that you can literally earn almost all of. You pay a deposit, but otherwise you can earn the whole thing slowly throughout the entire year. But I don't want you to miss out. I don't want to be sitting here next year being like, oh, I wish I'm still on the wait list. Or if you just missed the registration, just make sure you get on the wait list that day, because it does go by performance. If you are earning the trip, then you will get bumped up the wait list. They want people who earn the trip to be there. So I just wanted to make a strong point there. The last part of that is that there are 2 waves, because there are so many people and they want to accommodate as many people on the Success Club trip. The first wave is April 23rd to April 27th. And the second one is April 27th to May 1st. I would ideally like to be there with you. So I am open to what wave that is. But, when Mike and I looked at it, we thought it might make more sense for people the 27th to the 1st because it's over a weekend and a lot of us have jobs outside of, being parents, and coaches. So that might be a better option. But I think that other people from SOAR Nation, which is the coaching team above us, we are going on the first leg, so you won't be alone. But I think we'll be leaning more towards, it's also our 10-year wedding anniversary in the earlier part. So I think we're going to opt for the second option. So I thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, last thing I wanted to share because I'm very excited about it. So on the Surge this week, Carl talked about this, about the concept of people saying like, this is going to be the best year. And he's wondering, it's great that you think this is going to be the best year for you, but what are you going to do? What are the actions you're going to take this year to be the best year? What are you going to do this month? What are you going to do today? And I was just thinking about what he was saying. And because there are very basic, simple goals that we really work towards, right? Like our very simple goals that you want to be working towards each month, if you want to grow in this business, is to help 3 people into a challenge group with a challenge pack, which is also called Hitting Success Club, and to add 2 people to your team, your coaching team, whether it's for the discount or being ambassador coaches or whether they want to be active. Those are sort of our simple goals. So I'm going to talk about the cookie t-shirt, the cookie tank top. I love that. I did it for the cookie tank top that's just been launched by Autumn. So anyone in the entire downline, anyone who hits those goals this month, so hit Success Club by helping 3 people into a challenge group with the challenge pack, and adds two coaches to their team, I will buy and ship you that tank top because I'm going to buy one for myself too. So I really want it. So I hope that you will share that with your teams who aren't on here tonight. I can't always do stuff for the entire downline, but I want to do this because it's the beginning of the year and I think it'll be really fun and it's a cute shirt. And I'm still working on team shirts. I've had a heck of a time finding the right things. So I promise I'll get those going this year. But for January, if you want that shirt and you want to earn that shirt, I would love to send it to you. And you have to hit Success Club and add 2 people to your team. And that is it. I guess my final note I wanted to just say is, like we really are, I really do want everyone to feel like they're a part of this family here in our team. Like there's a lot of amazing coaches and coach teams. And I think, under the Beachbody umbrella, we are one big family. But in our team, I want you to know that it doesn't matter what level people are or who we are, we're here to help each other. So don't ever feel like you're in this alone. Like always feel like you can message me or message anyone else, no matter what leader level they are, and reach out and ask for help. If you don't know how to do something and you want to learn, or if you are stuck or you need support or direction, make sure you reach out because that's what we're here for. And feel free to post encouragement and positive things in Successfit because that's the environment I'd like it to be. And that is that. 9:04, not too bad. I think next week I will plan to actually share something more specific in terms of how to run. I took a course recently on how to run a proper Facebook ad, and then it is actually working since I followed through. So that is what I will train on next week. And then I'm going to try to get other people talking so you're not always hearing me. But if there's things you want to learn, make sure you tell me, or there's a document I think I created in Successfit, but make sure you tell me, I want to learn about this, and I will make sure it's a team call. But is there anyone has any questions or anything anyone wants to say before we close out tonight?
Bria,
Yeah.
just about the cafe latte. Just because for my job, I deal with the Canadian FDA all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a year.
You think so?
I know.
Okay.
It's Health Canada. They're the slowest governing body in the world. I'm not even kidding. No, I deal with it every day. They're so slow. So I just so you know.
That's good to know.
Don't even tell people 2 months because they're beyond slow. And right now what they're dealing with in Canada is a lot of the medical marijuana companies, and they're backlogged, especially with Justin Trudeau being prime minister now. I'm just telling you, get a little background information that there's going to be no cafe latte in Canada for a long time. Because
they're trying to get weed in.
Yes.
That's what's happening.
That is what's happening.
Latte. Just kidding. Okay, that's helpful. Maybe the next time I go to the States, I'll have some shipped. If they come out with the 24 packs, maybe I'll bring some over the border. And
yes, bring it over.
I'll try it. Awesome. Thank you for that. Anyone else?
I just had a question. I missed the surge. I'm just wondering if you think it's worth rewatching.
Well, I might wait until after Super Saturday since you're going to Super Saturday, but because I have a feeling that some of that will be repeated. And then it was good for sure that they covered the Success Club trip. There was some good training on there. I would go to Super Saturday and then I'll let you know after I see that video. But I mean, it's always worthwhile.
What was the thing about the 365-day Shakeology? What is it that you get, a shaker cup? Like, we already have that, don't we? Or is
I think it's sort of recognizing people's choice to be healthy every single day. And the only way they can measure that is if you've had a 12 months home direct. So anyone who is starting in February, I think, and they'll go backlog for a year, anyone who's drank it or had a consistent order for 12 months, they're going to ship like sort of it's an award. I'd say it's like, congratulations, you got a golden scoop and it's sort of a cute recognition thing.
Okay.
And I think the hashtag's on the cup, and yeah, that gold scoop looks kind of cute.
The gold scoop is cool.
Yeah. Bring on the presents. It's kind of like
so
a wearable.
easily pleased here, we just want a gold scoop and a new cup once in a while. It's not so hard. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, was there someone else that had something to say?
Are you doing that, Bria? Are you doing that with the hashtag? Are you doing the daily Shakeology post?
I don't know. I don't think I listened to it all. I think I'm not very good at those things, so probably not. I think I'll just drink my shake and move on. But I was hoping I'd still get one since I've been ordering it for like 3 years now.
I think Emma posted about it in Soar Nation.
Okay.
Just as an idea to do it, to get a big hashtag going for the love of Shakeology. But I don't know. I don't know if my people want to see that every single day.
Yeah.
Maybe a little much.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, you got to look at your own tribe. I think you're right, and try to make sure you're sharing what's important to share and not overworking them with Shakeology.
Yeah, thanks.
Good. All right. Well, it's so nice to see everyone again, and I hope that you make sure you share those announcements. I want everyone to have a cookie t-shirt because I want the cookie shirt. It's so cute. Although someone said it should say I did it for the wine, and I totally agree. But or the chocolate. Okay, well, have a great week, you guys, and good luck sharing this passion that we have going on. And thanks for showing up tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Nicole Day, do you want to stay on for a minute, or are you gone? Do you want to stay on? Okay. Good night, everyone. Oh, and I better stop my recording.